Hello there and welcome to the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix here in Delta T Racing. Tonight we are racing around Saudi Arabia on the Jeddah International Circuit here in Division 1. My name is Phoebe Thomas and tonight we are going to be having a spectacular race on a spectacular track. As you guys might know, Saudi Arabia is usually done during the nighttime. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing here tonight in Delta T Racing. A couple of guys coming out on track already for this 18-minute short qualifying. Afterwards, we will be having a 50% race to determine who's going to be your Saudi Arabia Grand Prix race winner. A couple of guys out on track already with a new driver put in the McLaren car as Mr. Benny Buno is recovering from a surgery. We won't be seeing him until after New Year, so that's when Mr. Evan is going to be replacing Benny Buno for the McLaren team. He's only going to be warming up his tires right now as Kenji has left the session already. He has not been able to stay in the lobby for more than two minutes. So yeah, that's going to be a problem for the Haas driver, if I'm not mistaken. I think Kenji is indeed a Haas driver, currently in P6, hasn't set a time on the board yet. Neither did many of the other guys, obviously. Still on an outlap and plenty of guys as we've got both the Red Bull guys back at it again, Daniel and his teammate Nexton, and then of course we have got both the Ferraris back again, Romero and Zerval, the Swedish duo here in Delta T Racing, as Evan is going to have a little bit of traffic behind him. That's the Red Bull car of Nexton. And let's see if Evan has got the pace to put himself anywhere near the top 5. We do know who's going to be in the top 5. Probably Daniel, probably Nexton, and probably Megid. But apart from that, I cannot tell you for sure. Maybe Gunnar, maybe Reliot, maybe Joe, who has been doing really well in the last couple of races. Brandon has been up there as well. And also Hammersook has been pushing the limits in that McLaren car. As we're currently on board with Evan, he's going to start his first qualifying lap here in Delta T Racing, or at least the races that I'm streaming, of course. Currently heading into turn 3, and then we've got that difficult sector coming right up. Fast left-hander, watch out for the curb on the inside. Doesn't seem to take too much curb on the inside there. Might have lost a couple of hundreds. Not taking the curb, a little bit wider, stuck on the curb, and he has to watch out. He will probably back out of this qualifying lap right now. For some reason, my laptop is not... Oh, I know already what's wrong. Hold up, guys, hold up. There's a problem. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't know if the YouTube video is going to back out or if it's going to disconnect. But I need to do this. So hopefully it's going to work. It's not going to mess up the live stream. Alrighty, we are back at it again. My apologies, lads. Kenji has joined the lobby as well. So hopefully he's not going to back out of the lobby anymore. As Evan is going to finish up his qualifying lap around the last corner. And that will be turn 27. Plenty of curbs here. In, well, it's turns, of course. Plenty of turns in, do we have a restart of the lobby, Evan, with a 129.8? Let me just double check here in the chat, as there's 2 drivers who have already retired from the session. But that could be that we have a couple of jokers, and that is something specific here, well, special as well in Delta T Racing. The guys have to use their jokers, and that means that they start all the way from the back of the grid, but if they score points, they're going to be scored a double. So that is a very unique thing. Let me just double check who has been using their jokers. So it's Reliot, Hammersook, and Bogarovsky. Oh, it's Hammers UK, by the way. Why am I calling him Hammersook still? I don't know. People have been telling me it's Hammers UK. It's saying Hammersook though. It's saying Hammersook. Maggot on pole position for now, 128.7. Almost a second faster than Daniel, and Brandon just came across the line with a 129.0, only 3/10 away. Next to now coming across the line, demolishing the competition with a 128.1. Great lap there by the Hungarian or Bulgarian driver. On the Badger with a broken front wing, that does not seem to be going well for the Aston Martin, as he's got to come back into the pits. But what is his teammate doing? Currently on the fast first sector. And Miyagi has had the pace in the last couple of races. It's been going up and down. Last race was a bad race, so this race should be a good one. And let's see what he's going to do here in Sector 2 and Sector 3. And this is a very tricky corner section here. You've got that fast right-hander. And then a fast left-hander, of course. Watch out for the curb and the wall on the inside. This seems to be doing pretty well. Stuck on the curb a little bit. Watch out, Miyagi is roaring around the Saudi Arabia circuit. As he's coming around the last corner, yellow flags up ahead. That is obviously the Red Bull car going a little bit slower than usually. Coming back into the pits, and Miyagi coming across the line right now. What will the great driver be doing? Putting himself in P4. Great lap by Miyagi. As we might want to go on board with some other guys here on track. Honey Badger maybe in P17. Still in the pit lane. Gunnar is going on another one as it seems. And apparently my laptop is glitching all over the place as well. So I don't know what's happening here. Might have been because I didn't switch to cable Wi-Fi. Although I did it in the middle of the live stream. Well, it doesn't matter that much. Gunnar coming into Sector 2 as we speak. And as I said before, Saudi Arabia, a lot of turns, a lot of corners, and I think this is the Grand Prix with the most corners on the F1 calendar, 27 to be exact. And also a fun thing about Saudi Arabia, it is one of the newest tracks as well here in the F1 calendar. I think one of the newer ones is Miami, Las Vegas, and Saudi Arabia as well. As the first Grand Prix was in 2021 or 2022, obviously, where Max Verstappen and Hamilton crashed into each other. That was 2021. As Gunnar seems to be pushing even more, not coming into the pit, so that means he's still on a fast one. Down the straight he goes, and that is going to be a 129.3, and my laptop seems to be going to shit, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cancel this live stream, guys, because this is something that I can't fix unless I'm having to quit on the live stream. So I'm gonna message Bogarovsky real quick